Alright, got an update here. Pretty late night on this car. Can't sleep. So this is a 3.6 Twinturbo 8-speed Cruze project. Wiring's pretty much done. I still gotta locate a reservoir for the heat exchanger system. Since it's not a factory twin-turbo engine, it's actually an LFX. It doesn't have a cam-driven vacuum pump for the turbo's wastegate and boost bypass valves. So I need a solution. Originally, I was going to tie into the car's original the brake booster vacuum motors down there somewhere, controlled by a pressure switch, real simple setup. I was going to tie into that, and I thought, I kind of don't want to. That puts a lot of strain on it. So I made a vacuum reservoir. It's hiding down here. A simple vacuum reservoir. The wastegate solenoid's actually hid down here. It's kind of a octopus mess, but whatever. So I was thinking, what if it has its own vacuum system with an electric pump? Since that's a vacuum switch, grab one of those at the junkyard, and that's precisely what I did. So I have the line running down along the core support, and it comes up to the vacuum switch. Obviously the one port is shut off, so it doesn't go to an intake. I got the vacuum pump mounted right here. Wrong with the vacuum pump's original relay. I believe it may have some sort of timer logic into it. It's not a standard relay. Oops, ran into that. So I got that all connected. So it's on its own system. I'm not real proud of the way this looks. I'll have to touch it up another time or redesign it, but this is the solenoid for the blow-off valves or the boost bypass valves. They will recirculate to the intake. And good old Michael, since these are quick connect fittings, I think these are actually ATSV inlets. I originally had just an intake boot kind of clamped on there. I wasn't real happy with that, so he got me original intake ends, and I cut off the quick connect portion. And of course on the outside, it's the right size for that, plus it has a lip to clamp. I don't have the front one done, but I have the rear. It's kind of hard to see. I don't have a bunch of light, but it's on there. It has the plate it needs, so that's the start of the intake. I'll end up building a box or something at one point and utilize fresh air kind of right there, but for the time being, that's how we go. Of course, I got to weld a bung for the turbocharger air inlet pressure sensor intake, so I'll have to weld on for the mass airflows. It's dual mass airflow, but it's coming along. I think it's pretty much where I need to be. Trans lines, got fittings on there. I'm actually going to run them to a cooler. I got it mounted up there. That's a trans cooler from like an 18 Cruze. Radiator is Cadillac XTS. Fans, get the fan harness right there. It'll go to the original plug for the Cruze right down there. I should have the relay logic taken care of properly. I do have the intercooler pump mounted. It's down here. It's connected. Has its own relay down there. Believe it or not, the headlight kind of covers up this. Plenty of air, plenty of space to mount stuff. So I'll have to run the tubing, but I need a heat exchanger. And unfortunately, my SRX donated its big ass Mishimoto heat exchanger. I put a chintzy stock ATSV on the SRX. So that'll go on. It'll just get mounted up underneath the bumper support. I'll have to make some brackets, go up there to the lower portion. Bumper support, crash bar, whatever you want to call it. I have to change the shift cable. This one's broken. I got another one. I'll dig into that, but I mean, nearly everything's done. Wiring, I just got to terminate battery cables on here. I gotta get a new one of these because obviously it's broke and it's disgusting. Ground cable, reuse the original one. It's hiding down there somewhere. So making progress. Oh, and I did finally get an axle for in here. That came from Buick LaCrosse or something like that for that side. Interior's got all kinds of crap everywhere in it. Spider webs, cobwebs too. But as far as the tubing, I got some clear tubing for the inner core system, because why not? I don't expect it to last forever. Trunk's full of crap, but bumper's still chilling over there. As far as the bumper goes, oops, I'm probably going to remove like that center grill area down here, right down there. I'll remove that. A little more airflow, plus, it'd be nice to see the heat exchanger. I mean, obviously, the exhaust on this and the way it's going to sound, and the gigantic CTSV brakes, front and rear on it. They are 6-piston, and that's a proper CTSV 2 rotors, size front and rear. So it's a hot mess. As you see, tubing, wiring, plumbing fittings, trying to figure out the million options. I mean, I think that's about it for now. Double checked all my clearance down there, we're good. I mean, still tight fit for the intakes, but I think the engine trans in position needs to. I mean, this front roll limiter is going to take an absolute beating to that bushing. Yes, I know the washer is kind of hokey, but it's really no different than weld-on spacer. It's trying to get it rocked to the right center position where I need to, and there's still some adjustment there, because we'll see how the axle angle cooperates with vibrations. This reservoir, I'm not a huge fan of it. It's from a Ford hybrid. I'm sure I can make some sort of bracket, kind of keep that off of there, but I can't find the cap. That's a little annoying. So it'll actually come in and it will tie into which one's, yeah, this one goes to the pump. This one's the actual inlet from the heat exchanger in the pump, so that'll actually tie into here, go down to the pump inlet. And bleeders, I'll make a little like bulkhead fitting in there for the bleeder so it doesn't leak. ECU bracket, and you adjust that, give me a little more space there. So yep, I'm just happy I got that accomplished, and it went pretty well. It went pretty easy. It is zip tied, rubberite, isolated with a piece of coupler. Oh yeah, over there, that I cut up. Well, I suppose it's time for me to take a shower and go chill with the cats. And then, unfortunately, gotta head to a hospital in the near future just for a simple medical procedure. Not for me, but it's gonna be an early morning. I think I'll take a nice nap, and I don't know if we're taking the wife's SRX or mine, which is hiding back there. It's a black one. Hers is quiet, comfy, and stock. Mine's loud, obnoxious, and overly powered. I don't know. I may use her gas. Alright, later on, peeps. Man, I'm tired. Good night.